track that was built in 1911, a track that is known for the greatest spectacle in racing. It is also known for a pretty cool road course. Some will agree with that comment, some might not so much, but either way, we are here tonight, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You look at the Circle City in the background, and we are here tonight for a fun road course event. 60 laps of action tonight, and we are ready to watch it here on the Captain eSports Network. We welcome you in after what feels like it's been forever today since I've been last on the air, but as a matter of fact, it was Wednesday night. That's the last time I was on, but we're back tonight. We have made it through the work week somehow, some way. I did it. We're here, and we're ready for the VOR Race vs. IndyCar Challenge here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As we get ready for the Velocity Online Racing Series presented by Apex Sage Coaching. I am the captain. We welcome you in again to Indianapolis. Going to get chat up and running here in a second. I'm trying to get it, but some errors on my end, so we're going to work on it here so I can chat with you guys while the broadcast is going on. Right now, qualifying going on. As you see, about 2.5 minutes or so left in qualifying. David Porcelli just jumped up to the top with a 1:12.556 second lap. Alex Van de Sant, Oscar Fredrickson, Gavin Sanders, Cohen Evans, your top five as we have just a few minutes to go here in qualifying. Right there. Take a look at the race info for tonight. As getting really good at putting things up on the board there, Randall. I had an issue last time I did a broadcast for VOR too. Oh boy, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Let's hit the right buttons here. Get the rust out of the way, Scally. Here we go. There's your race info tonight. 60 laps, 20 to 22 on a tank of fuel. You do the math. 20 times 3 is 60, I think. 2 pit stops. You got 10 push to passes, which is a boost of horsepower down the straightaways up to 20 seconds. And, of course, the car will slide around a lot on this track as Van de Sant goes to the pole with a 1:12.5. So there's some race info there for you. But let's also check out the speedway itself here. 13 corners. Sorry, it hurts my outside my window. 13 corners. Of course, this is the old Indy layout, which has the hairpin turn down at turn 6, which actually isn't there anymore. Well, it's there, but it's not used. And then turn 13 is actually turn 1 on the main circuit. So we'll be using that part of the course. So you'll see all the way from turn 12 to turn 1, a lot of opportunity there with push to pass and able to gain some track position there. So either way, I think we're in for a great race this evening. And again, should be in for a lot of fun in this VOR Race vs. IndyCar Challenge. So appreciate everybody enjoying their Saturday night here and joining us on the Captain eSports Network. Going to see 2 broadcasts tonight. Going to see this race, and then you're going to see one of the races that I didn't get to do this week because of, well, some other things going on in life, work. And, well, because of that, we'll be here tonight for the LSRL Talladega race from the Xfinity Series this past Tuesday night. As qualifying about to wrap up, we will crown a pole sitter for tonight's race. Of course, that'll be presented by Circle B Diecast. If you type in Foxworth Auto Sports, on any purchase over $20, you will get free shipping. That's across U.S. and Canada. Again, check out CircleBDiecast.com for your free shipping of over $20 by typing in those 2 words put together as one, Foxworth Auto Sports. Pole sitter tonight, the hometown driver, the Purdue Boilermaker graduate. That is Alex Van de Sant. He will start on the front row as we take a look at the starting lineup for this race. David Porcelli will start in P2. Oscar Fredrickson, Gavin Sanders in row number 2. Row 3, Cohen Evans, another Indianapolis driver alongside Nicholas Sudik. Julian Altina, not an Indianapolis driver. He'll start next to Robert Sadler. Row number 5, Dakota DeMay and Matt Houston. Of course, Dakota still working on his video games you can purchase on Steam right now, including Voltic Pistol and Echo Blade, I believe, is going to be coming in the near future. I have to check with him on the updates there. All right, time to play Scrabble here in row number 6. Sebastian Kinder and Hans Schlogel. That is a sweet name right there. Row number 6. Row 7, Shane Coogan, Craig Forsyth. Row 8, James Watson, Lewis Woodall. Row number 9, Joseph Grzywa, AJ Musselman, Joe Harlman, and Jim Herrick in row 10. Row 11, Cameron Bostaine, Thomas Geisler. Gary Godso, my broadcast partner from the TI Leagues. He is in the race tonight. He'll start next to Bart Fauerstein. And Christian Alajo will start in row number 13. 25 cars, pretty much a full field of Indy cars about to go rolling off. And, of course, for those who might be confused here in just a moment, yes, they are going backwards because the way the road course is set up, they actually go down the front straightaway back towards the oval part of Turn 4 into the infield where the majority of the track is raced. Congrats to Alex again, the CircleBDiecast.com Pole Award winner for this evening. We'll let him roll around the track here as the Porsche safety car pulls away. I'm sure you guys want to hear the car, so let's turn the audio on. Bada binger. There's the turn 1 section, which is going to be very tricky to handle. Over past the old Miller Lite party deck, where I watched a couple races from when I was living up in Indiana at Building Yields. Well, you're not going to see it right now. It's over to the left. And while they run their pace laps, I'm going to continue to try to get a chat set up with you guys. Go. So now I can talk to you guys a little bit if you want. That works out well. So the car's working into the final section of the track here, turn 12 and 13. Where we will see the green flag get waved here. Pace. Now, of course, the IndyCar series now would turn right where those cones are, but obviously here, going to see a little bit faster speeds as they work their way into the oval turn 1. Into the hands of Alex Van de Sant, who will bring them to the green flag. And it's race number 6 after a week off, 2 straight races at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the first on the road course. As Van de Sant and Porcelli leave them to the green flag, it is the VOR Race vs. IndyCar Challenge from Indy. Well, turn 1's going to be fun. I think everybody made it. Everybody survives turn 1 down to turn 2. There's a dive to the inside there. That is the 29 car Shane Coogan. Down the Holman Straight, which is the back straightaway here on the infield. Into a winding S section here as they head back out towards the regular part of the track. And now this behind Alex Van de Sant, who's going to come through the final corner and up to full speed here. Should see speeds of close to 190 miles an hour through the oval turn 1 section. And a battle on for second is Gavin Sanders, who jumped up to second there on an outside lane, able to get by Porcelli, so move him up to P2. So 60 laps, as I mentioned, in this race. We got Rowena Montemayor. Appreciate you watching tonight. Of course, that part of the circuit right there, that is where there's a chicane now that unfortunately iRacing hasn't updated yet. But they would actually be doing a chicane onto this straightaway right here. So AJ Musselman actually started the race on pit road. Up to about, it looks like 187 miles an hour is what I'm seeing down into turn one. Very fast pace, and he has slow all the way down to about 75 miles an hour. Yeah, it's definitely hauling the mail in these cars. Robert Oscar Fredrickson running in the fourth position right now. Up to fourth gear, up to fifth gear. Oscar, a very talented driver. I've still never asked him what the duck is on that car, but he has a duck on his car. Oh, trouble here is Fauerstein has gone off, so has Cameron Bostaine. And Bostaine's going to take the car behind the wall, unfortunately for him. Let's see what happens here as we roll that beautiful bean footage down to turn one. Oh, Fauerstein just, I don't know. Ran him over. Watch one more time here in the turn one. It's 60, or the 86 slides up there. 21 just goes driving in there. And they're both on pit road now, unfortunately. We're 4 laps deep already. Van de Sant, Sanders, Porcelli, Fredrickson, Sudik, your top 5. Porcelli, who has been one of the more improved drivers here this season. I know he's just kind of getting going. He's a rookie officially, but you know, he has definitely shown the talent level he has to run up here in the top 5 throughout this race and throughout this series. As pass here is Robert Sanders making his return tonight. Good to see him back on track in at number 6 down the straightaway, and moves up to the 8th position past Julian Altena, teammate there. Hans Schlogel there behind him in the 10th position. Craig Forsyth has gone by Lewis Woodall. That is for the 14th position there. Craig about a half second or so behind the 29 is Shane Coogan. Down to the Holman straightaway they go. Forsyth, the Canadian driver, of course, running a paint scheme he always runs in honor of Greg Moore and the players team back in the day with Alex Tagliani and Greg Moore, and just to name a few of the drivers there. I'm sure I'm missing plenty. Now, Craig was not on push to pass there. When he is on push to pass, or any driver is, you will actually see the screen light up and say PTP on, or P2P on. So Gavin Sanders right now in the second position behind Alex Porcelli. There's third, as I mentioned. Cohen Evans on push to pass here as he gets in a fight with Nicholas Sudik. If he's going to run that long line around the corner here, up the banking and down the front straightaway here. It runs parallel with Georgetown Street, or 16th Street in Georgetown. As Cohen makes the move into turn one. Already Cohen about 8 seconds back. He's got now Matt Houston, part of the Team Raceverse, the sponsor of tonight's race, of course. Raceverse is a channel much like mine. They broadcast races online and stuff. As a matter of fact, the Formula Indy series that runs on Tuesday nights, Gary Godso does some broadcasting stuff over there also. So big shout out to those guys on Raceverse. And Sudik has fallen back a little bit here. He's been passed by Houston, been passed by Sadler. That Taco Bell car kind of falling back a little bit here. And hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday night here. Oh, Julie, going to fill a gap. You leave an inch. He's going to take a mile. Crossover move coming here, over, under, whatever you want to call it in racing. Ooh, Julian drives it in there really deep. He's going to complete the pass. The crossover, or the, I forgot the term in my head. The hell with it. But thanks to our good friends at Track Cams 4 Gourmet for allowing us to have the cameras tonight that you're seeing here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You could check them out at trackcams22.com. Of course, they produce the most realistic cameras you will see on iRacing. It looks like you're watching a real race on TV. And that's what it's all about. These guys want to feel like they're running a real race, and, well, they kind of are. Except they're not in a car. They're on a computer, which is cool in itself. But we appreciate Track Cams 4 Gourmet for allowing us to try to simulate what a real race would look like as you're watching on your TV or on your computer monitor or wherever you're watching. So as we're 10 laps in, we have 5 drivers who started this race on the alternate red tires. And for those who don't know, don't watch IndyCar racing a lot, there are 2 sets of tires you can run on a race day. There is the alternate red tires, which are the red sidewall. Let's see, for an example, you will see David Porcelli is on them. Right there, those red sidewalls. So those tires have more grip in them, but they fall off really quickly. And that obviously hurts your speed, but allows you to go fast in the long run. And then you go right here behind him, Oscar Fredrickson has the black sidewall tires. Those are the prime tires. Those ones don't go as quickly, and it's like a harder compound, and they do last a lot longer than the alternate red tires. So it's kind of a strategy. You do have to run them both at one point in the race, but it's a very interesting strategy to see. Check back here with Thomas Geisler, the Sunset Arctic Games race verse number 16. 17th position right now as he battles with James Watson, I believe it is. Couldn't see the other car out of the corner of my eye. Oh, that's Grijalva. I can tell by the chrome. Thomas already up 6th position. Started 22nd, but as you see, this course is not the easiest to pass on. And has worked his way up into the 16th spot here at lap number 10. So doing a good job there. 16th, as I mentioned, he's about 27 seconds or so back from the leader right now, Alex Van de Sande, who's led all the laps so far this evening. Alex got a really good knack of winning here at Indianapolis, except usually it's going the other way on the oval. Matt Houston is running a fantastic pace in this race. He's on the prime sidewall tires. And as they go around the lap car, Christian Alagio in the 81. Christian just trying to get out of the way of everybody. So, of course, for those who are racing nostalgic, you will know that this car and this track combo never got to race in real life. Of course, this was the old Formula One circuit that was ran back in the early 2000s when they ran the U.S. Grand Prix here at Indianapolis. Some will know that race for obviously the debacle of the tires that happened where 6 cars decided to start the race. Everybody else parked in protest. Check out the weather here tonight in Indianapolis. 78 degrees right now. Track temp at 107. Partly cloudy skies. And winds blowing from turn 3 down to turn 1 at 2 miles an hour. Blustery. Check back here in the 12th position, a very colorful Sebastian Kinder in the 97 car on trying to attack James Watson, or Dakota DeMay, sorry. The colors got me because James Watson drives a familiar car to that. 82 of Dakota DeMay, the 11th position. Dakota, the video game creator, works for Sunset Arctic Games. Of course, I mentioned Voltic Pistol. Of course, that game is on Steam right now. You can purchase it and play it if you're a big Steam guy. I'm actually jumping over there right now to check it out myself. And looks like right now, November 2021 is the planned release of Echo Blade, which is the new game coming. You can actually get the demo, it looks like. You can download it right now on your computer and check it out. Very interesting graphics as I watch. I remember I played this once on the air. The graphics to it, if you're one that's into like first-person action games and shootings and stuff like that. Of course, my joke I always like to say, I realize why they're called first-person shootings, because I'm the one who's the first-person shot. So Gavin Sanders, the winner from a couple weeks ago, got his first career win finally after a whole season of going winless. And now here he is, following Alex Van de Sant, kind of stalking him here through 13. As we're a quarter distance in already, can he go and get his second win in 3 starts? Hey, Watson, look at this. Here's a battle. Grzyalva and Watson. Watson should be able to get the draft here and pop out right there. To the inside he goes, down to turn 1. See if Grzyalva gives him some room. I think you're starting to see the alternate red tires fall off a little bit for Grzyalva. There he goes. He got him. Nice moves. Great racing from both of them. As I mentioned, 2 cars off the track right now. Bart Fauerstein and Cameron Bostain involved in the lap 1 accident. As David Porcelli comes to pit road a little early. Enters into his pit stall, 4 tires and fuel. Unfortunately, will not see the pit crew. And a great stop for the 15, so he will get out there and looks like he'll have some clean air. The next question going to be, when will we see Van de Sant and Sanders come to pit road here? Won't be there because that's the entrance to pit road right to the left. As we got some other cars on pit road as Grzyalva is in, Lewis Woodall, Joe Harleman. Who will be the next of the leaders to break away and head to pit road here? Sadler continuing to work his way up here through the field. He's caught the back of the 66 of Houston. Oh, hold on, Robert. Oh, baby. That'll allow his teammate to go by. You can see this car just kind of dancing a little bit. Tires are worn down. Topper, this is the Velocity Online Racing Series, VOR, the IndyCar Series presented by Apex Sage Coaching. That car is all kinds of loose. You can hear it. That's the under braking now. Of course, the new build just recently came out with the updated cars and aero and stuff like that. And one thing I've heard a lot of people say is that the back end's very loose. Check back here at Craig Forsyth, he and Shane Coogan. Shane will be one excited for next week when they run the oval. Of course, he's always run well on the four corner tracks. So it's Forsyth runs up here on the back of the 29. Coming up on lap 21. So now, as you saw, the window was open a few laps ago. A few of the guys came in a little early right before lap 20. Hold on, Craig. These guys are giving it their all out there, and cars getting all dancy with the older tires now. So imagine them going this long on the prime tires. Imagine the alternates right now. As a matter of fact, the ones who came to pit road, I'm just realizing this, the ones who came to pit road early are the ones that were on the alternate tires. So basically everybody right now is on prime tires. But obviously some of them got to switch over to the alternates. That's probably why they're going as long as they are right now, so that they can run the least amount of laps on the alternate red tires. As these guys here fight it out for position. That's Grijalva there, who's a lap car. He's got Matt Houston there behind him. Matt's got Julian Alton all over his gearbox as Joseph drops out of the way. As they battle up here for position, you see Grijalva gave way to hold on. Sadler. Tight between Julian and Matt. Little friendly rivalry here. Great racing right here for the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th positions. Actually, more 5th, 6th, 7th, and 4th in there. I don't know how to count. Push to pass. Right now, the least amount on the track, James Watson with 6. Of course, you get 10, as I mentioned. And look at these line of cars coming to pit road. So at lap number 22 of 60, we'll see everybody on pit road. And I mean everybody, a lot of cars coming in. The leaders in, Gavin Sanders, second, Fredrickson, all these guys. There's the Happy Trails Chili Seasoning Mix. Number 1, the champion, leaving pit road. An 8.9 second stop. Great stop for him. Gavin at 10.5, not so great. Oh, and Alex goes around in turn 1. Is he trying to road course version of Danny Sullivan? As Sanders goes by. It's another creative way of warming the tires up, I guess. Goes into the corner and the car just swaps ends. Probably in the car right now like you didn't see anything. Nothing happened. Carry on. I hate to say it, Alex, but yep, we saw it. So Shane Coogan's your leader as he comes to pit road. That'll hand it to Gavin Sanders now, who is going to have roughly 2.5 seconds over Alex Van de Sande. David Porcelli will resume third. And then Fredrickson fourth, and then Cohen Evans will be your top 5. You know, Alex is probably driving a little angry right now as he tries to catch the leader. Now, obviously, Porcelli with the oldest tires out of the group. He pitted some 7 laps to go already. I'm assuming he's going to go 21 and 22 probably on his tank of fuel to get to the finish. Van de Sande running the fastest lap there to 12.9. And again, coming up tonight after this race, we'll have the special running of the LSRL Xfinity Series presented by Grid Finder from Talladega. Race that was ran Tuesday night. We'll have it rebroadcasted for you. And then tomorrow night, we'll have the Cup Series from LSRL broadcasted for you. And that should get us caught back up for Monday, which is the TI Racing Truck Series, which I'm trying to get their broadcast from the last race and haven't been successful yet, and hopefully we'll be able to get that on for you here in the near future. Back here. Actually, let's jump to the front here. Sorry, I just realized Oscar Fredrickson and Porcelli battling it out here for third. So the 12 with a good pass on the 15 for position. You see them sliding through the left-hander as they work their way back onto Holman straightaway. As we said before, let's check on Grajala. 47 car running in the 17th position right now. Everybody's done a fairly good job of handling the track's conditions and keeping it clean for the most part tonight. And just watching that battle with Porcelli, doing a great job. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get you a points graphic set up. But right now, I'm just going to read them off to you because unfortunately I don't have a graphic here for you this evening for the race. But as of right now, your point standings, I'm stalling to get to the points channel. There we go. Has Isaac Morris leading by 3 over Van de Zandt. Now, Isaac is not here tonight, so he's going to lose some points. Julian Altena, who's up to 3rd right now. Gavin Sanders, Oscar Fredrickson, your top 5 in the driver points right now after 5 races. Here's Sebastian Kinder right now, 97 car. As I mentioned, we do have our Track Cam 4 Gourmets set up. So thanks to TrackCams22.com for these cameras that you're seeing. They're drones. Look at part of the golf course for the Brickyard Crossing. Of course, 3 of the 18 holes sit on the inside of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The other 15 are on the outside of the track. Forsythe there in the 12th position. Geisler 13th right now, about 10 seconds, 10 to 12 seconds back. And this fight for 3rd just carries on here. Porcelli getting a good run on Oscar. You see Cohen Evans kind of there behind him. Up the Holman straightaway down to a series of S's that lead him back onto this track. Now the lead up here in the front has gotten smaller and smaller after Gavin got the lead from a whoopsies from Alex Van de Zandt. He just worked his way back in. The racing here staying calm. However, right behind him, not so calm. That thing was under a tenth of a second just now between Oscar and Porcelli. So Oscar thought about making a move, thought smarter of it. As they battle now for third. You can definitely see the cars in this race that are handling pretty well and running pretty well. Christian Leggio was just on pit road recently. As I look through the standings here, closest battle we have is about 0.3 of a second. And it's actually the two we talked about earlier, Geisler and the 29 is Shane Coogan. Appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, we appreciate you coming in and joining us. If you're watching on our Facebook channel, hit that follow button. Twitch, you can hit the subscribe button, I believe it is. And then YouTube, of course, that is a subscribe button also. But we'd love for you to be a part of all three channels, if not one or the other. Either way, you're a part of the Captain eSports Network, which, of course, we're on particular every night. But there's been some nights recently I haven't been on, but either way, still getting great racing on for you guys right now as we just passed halfway, 32 laps out of 60 complete. Let's take a look at your recap. Of course, we haven't had any cautions. They usually don't throw any on a road course. 25 starters, Van de Sant the fastest lap. However, it is Gavin Sanders leading right now. It's now becoming a three-car battle. You see Coogan up there ahead, but also Matt Houston has joined the soiree, as we'll call it. And a pass for the lead. Alex Van de Sant, turn one, made the pass on Gavin Sanders just now. So it took him a few laps, but he was able to get that Happy Trails chili seasoning mix up to P1. So looking at lap times, Van de Sant, the only driver to go into the 12s in this race. His best lap time of 1:12.9. Everybody else has been 13-second laps or 14s, some 15s. Should add Lewis Woodall to the behind-the-wall list, as he a few laps ago went behind the wall in the 13 car. So tough break for him. .33 laps complete, 27 to go. I mentioned next week, the big race for the series, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, right here on the oval. We'll have it for you here, 7:45 Eastern Time. As we continue to watch this fight for the lead up here. Check on Dakota DeMay as he comes up on the back of Sebastian Kinder. This is for the 10th position. Take a ride with Dakota here. As Dakota takes us around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And we're going to let you enjoy a lap around the 2.5 mile oval part, but also the road course portion of this track. You see how persistent you got to be around this track. It's a couple of straightaways, but a lot of corners, a lot of finesse, a lot of just consistency to keep this car between the rumble strips and on the track. There's Alyssa watching tonight. Appreciate her joining us here at the Captain TV or Captain eSports Network. I haven't said that in a while. But the next round of pit stops should start here in the next 2 or 3 laps. Here's the 90 car. I haven't said his name all night. Hans Schloegel, I believe is how it's pronounced. Schloegl. There's another duck on the car. Han's about 34 seconds back. He's 4 back from Sudik, but he's about 3 seconds from Sebastian Kinder, holding on to the 10th position right now. Now, for those just joining us, you're watching the Velocity Online Racing Series here live on the Captain eSports Network, presented by Apex Sage Coaching. This is the VOR Raceverse IndyCar Challenge. Next week, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Oh, by the way, guess who's sponsoring this race? That is right. You'll see the Captain eSports Network sponsoring this Indianapolis 300, and looking forward to it. I'm going to talk with Julian because I think there might be something in mind I want to do for that race, and looking forward to it. So. Go back here to James Watson. Seems like these two have been fighting each other all night. Watson getting to the back bumper of Grzelva. These guys both a lap down. And you see Watson actually getting by Grzelva for position, so move him up. And we do have some cars on pit road. As a matter of fact, the leader has exited the pits right here. He's got to be careful. Remember what happened last time? Down to turn one, Alex got to be a little careful. Back on the prime tires. 9.8 second stop for him. Great stop. Porcelli also on pit road at 10.6. So once again, Alex went a fantastic stop. Must be doing a great job. Fuel save. As here comes Gavin to pit road, trying to protect the undercut. If anything, trying to make a move himself. Appreciate you watching tonight. A couple people watching on Facebook, which is cool. I just realized that. Topper Dugas watching on Facebook. I think it's my first Facebook post I've had. Also, Rowena obviously watching. Alyssa and is it Goyo or Goyo? Emiliano. Oh, Sanders coming out right next to his quasi teammate there, and that's going to cost him the lead. As there's Alex, oh, getting tight off the corner, and it didn't cost him the lead actually. That's the 90. Finally gets out of the way. Lap traffic becoming a little bit of an issue there. Hello, appreciate you guys. Junkos of Racing Esports watching tonight on YouTube. So this right here is going to become the battle for the lead, but once again, Gavin able to outrun Alex and kind of take advantage with his quasi teammate, we'll call him. The 5150 team of Hans Schlogel. Kind of like the Red Bull and Toro Rosso team. See if Alex pops out. Yep, sure does. And makes the pass. So back to the fifth position right now for Alex. But eventually when everybody comes to pit road, it will be the lead of the race with less than 20 laps to go. Again, hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday evening, enjoying the broadcast tonight. If you're enjoying it, hit that subscribe button. If you're a new person to the channel, if you're not so new, you can always contact us and subscribe to any of our channels, the Facebook, the YouTube, or the Twitch page, depending on which one you prefer watching on whatever platform of screen, if it's your computer monitor or your TV or your phone. So Alex has not been able to get away from Gavin, so we'll keep an eye on that battle right now. But let's jump up to the front here as Cohen Evans, the LMC gear number 37, trying to hold Julian off here. Julian up the front straightaway is going to make the pass for the lead right now at lap 43. Watching Gavin get it back down within about a tenth or a second or so. So we didn't get a chance to look at the Schedule 5 here. As you see it on the screen right there, this is where we're at now officially. Now the dates are fairly accurate. I'm just looking at the dates to make sure they're right. Indianapolis Motor Speedway next week, the Milwaukee Mile in 2 weeks. Then we'll take a week off and hit Watkins Glen up on the 30th. Texas Motor Speedway the 13th. And then Daytona, Chicagoland to finish the schedule out on December the 4th. Check out the Euro schedule. Of course, they just ran earlier here at Indianapolis on the road course. Now, next week, they will be at the oval track for 80 laps, 200 miles of racing. And then Road Atlanta, right down the road from where I'm at here. That'll be on the 16th of October to 30th of October, Watkins Glen, and Auto Club Speedway on November the 8th. So, 2 series there for you as part of VOR that you can be a part of. Season 5 and the Euro Championship. That is all here for you to check out as part of Velocity Online Racing. There's your leader, Julian Altina. Leads Robert Sanders by 4 seconds right now. Let's see if Julian comes to pit road. He sure does. So Alex Van de Sant going to move up to the lead now as Sadler comes to pit road. Also Julian Altina. There they go down the straightaway, and they will take the lead here. Let's see what Gavin can do. If anything, Alex Van de Sant has shown he might be the fastest car, but Gavin Sanders has done a great job holding on as we ride with the 10. You're never too late. Flying down in this corner. I've not really seen too many incidents tonight. Of course, we showed you the one big one. And of course, Gavin having his, or not Gavin, but Alex having his little mishap after the first pit stop. Otherwise, just an incident between Fauerstein and the 86. Bostain kind of getting into each other there, turn one. Speeds of about 190 miles an hour down to turn 1 right there. One of the more underrated things about that corner we just came through, which was turn 3, the right-hander that comes up after the Miller Lite party deck. So if you're one that's not really good at braking while in the middle of a corner, like myself, that corner is going to cause you a lot of trouble because you're actually almost hitting the brake in the corner to set up your next corner. If you're one that is good at and finding a way of straightening out your car in the corner, and you might be okay on that corner. Let's see if he goes push past this time. Still got 6 to go. So Porcelli back up to the 3rd position. Julian Altsina filters out in 4th. Cohen Evans 5th. Robert Sadler 6th. Nicholas Sudik 7th. Hans Schlogel in 8th. Kinder 9th. And Dakota DeMay now your top 10. Let's check back here on our, well, we were going to, but he's actually on pit road there. We're not going to see him right here for a second. But old Jim Herrick, there he is. The LMCgear.com number 40. Jim Herrick, hometown driver out of Pendleton. Jim, of course, last time we saw him had a phenomenal run at Pocono, getting a top 3 finish. I know he was happy as all get out after that race. Who haven't I talked about here this evening? I've tried to go through the whole entire field. How about this guy? Let's go back to 19th position, AJ Musselman. AJ in the 54 car. He's 2 laps down right now, 19th. Just out here doing his best. He is more of an oval-focused driver, but out here learning the ropes of a road course. See him in the AJM Consulting number 54. Having a fair run, 19th position right now. Look back here, Gary Godso in the 20th position. There's that VOR car, pretty sharp looking paint. Gary in an encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to IndyCar racing. Ask him a question, he'll answer your question in roughly about 4 seconds. Mostly under. Check out Joel Harrelman in the 20 car. Joel running 21st right now, 2 laps down. We haven't had a chance to say his name all night. I'm one that likes to focus on everybody. Let everybody get some attention and stuff. Be a part of the stream, even if you're struggling or whatever. Is this Dan Barrera? Holy cow, Dirty Dan. How's Costa Rica? Hide your kids, hide your wife. There's Sadler battling here with Cohen Evans for position. There's push to pass. Oh, green light. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Marrera, the funniest guy I know from Costa Rica. Now, we won't tell him. He's the only guy from Costa Rica I know. No tickered. I never put it back up. Where's everybody at to help me on that one? Come on, guys. Slackers. So coming up to 10 laps to go. You see the lead, 0.3 of a second there. How much does that come out in whatever you guys use down there? Whoa, hold on, kid. Oh, that thing was jumpy. Look at this. The lead battle is on. We are an audience. Drift, you're usually the first one on me. Come on, dude. Drift's the only guy that will literally go find something on my stream and pick on me about it. That's, oh, well, we'll go figure, right? Nine laps to go. Alex Van de Sant's been a dominant driver. However, Gavin Sanders has been kind of in tow the whole entire night. Got a lap car coming up ahead of him. I'll say Christian Alasia forgot to turn right. I think his GPS stopped working. Christian just trying to keep it clean there. Unfortunately, 5 laps down tonight. Gary's being Gary, I think. Ooh, fight back here for 5th. Sadler, Cohen Evans as they go by Gary. Battle of turquoise rims, or close to it. Sadler making his return to the league tonight, running in the 5th position. I hate when that happens. So for those who don't know Dan, so of course there's one idiot out there that would get the country he's from wrong, and it's me. I get it. We get to talking. I'm like, hey, Dan, you're from Nicaragua, right? I got cussed out. Like, man, I won't be doing that one again. So are you the guy that sells? Somebody's off the track. Oh, it's Alasia. Are you the guy that sells the pineapples on the side of the side of the village? Seven laps to go. Van de Sant on push to pass here, trying to get away. Down in turn 1, Gavin trying to make moves here. Fair enough. Well, every time it asks me if I is this a kid-friendly chat when I set up the streams, I'm like, I always said no, so God knows what's going to come out of your guys' mouth. I can't predict it. Well, I mean, you're not supposed to ask the question after you talk about pineapples and pimps and stuff. Owen Evans trying to put pressure on Sadler for the 5th position here. Got nobody behind him. Plenty of room to maybe take a chance or so here as they come to 5 to go. You see the cars protecting that white line. That's because it's the shortest distance around. There's the weave going on. The only thing I worry about, Dan, let me know, can you see the Twitch messages on your chat, or is it just YouTube? I always wanted to know. I'm guessing it's just YouTube, right? As they come to 5 laps to go, down to 2/10, down to 1/10. No push to pass being used yet, but Alex is protected. Gavin's going to pump out to the top side. Here he goes. Down to turn 1. Who's going to drive it deeper? I'll copy. Here, I'll do this for you. That was from Silentrix or Silentrix, or I didn't know the word trick had an X in it. Anyways, 5 laps to go. Going back to putting pressure on Robert Sadler for 5th. Ooh, Cohen got a little loose there. You can see the car kind of slide out a little bit. Alex has been able to stretch out that lead to about a half second or so. Porcelli 14 seconds back. And another battle here. Kinder and Hans Schlogel. Might have easily become my favorite racing name on iRacing. Used to be Houston Hammer. Now it's this. That's Cohen Evans. You don't know who Cohen is, Dan? He races with you on Tuesdays. Oh, whoa! That's a neat idea right there now. I'll call you what the hell I want. Solid driver. He about just died in turn 1. He is a good driver, though. And the battle continues on here. Lap traffic getting in the way. Wade, Dan is our neighborhood preacher, by the way. He's our, yeah. Oh, Joe Harmon spins it out. Look out, right in front of the leaders. Oh, no! Alex hits him. Oh, Joel gets too wide, hits the grass, goes spinning, and Alex nowhere to go. Oh, I can only imagine the words Alex is saying right now. Porcelli has moved up to second. Alex is off the pace and coming to pit road, and he's got a flapper on the left front. He will not be sending, I'm sure, Joel any Happy Trails chili mix. This is the only downfall about the whole stream thing, is like I can see what everybody is saying, but like Wade can't see what Dan's saying. Dan can't see what Wade's saying. There's a duck, by the way, Wade. As Gavin Sanders. Maybe it's the curse of the duck. Twitch name is Silent Tricks. S-I-L-E-N Tricks. A white flag. Gavin Sanders. We've talked about it so many times how in racing the first, as we got two cars pretty much stopping in front of him, the first win is always the hardest one to get. Yeah, I heard that. And a couple weeks ago, Gavin went in to Road America. It was 3 races ago. And went to victory lane. He missed the Pocono race the next week. Then he comes back to Spa and finishes second. And now tonight, 3 races after his first win, which took all of like a season and a half. He's about to get a win at the Brickyard and kick off the 2 weeks of Indianapolis with a win. Some are going to say he kind of backed his way into it with the accident that took out the dominant driver who led the most laps, but it's all about who leads the final one. And tonight, it's Gavin Sanders winning the Raceverse IndyCar Challenge at the Brickyard. Second career win. Porcelli finishes second, and looks like Julian Alton are going to come here to a top 3. Robert Sadler returns to a top 4. Cohen Evans going to finish 5th. And for Alex Van de Sande, he got the reset, and there he is, 14th place. Oh, boy. He gone. Yeah, I'd be pretty unhappy, obviously, too. Later, Dan. I don't know what else to say about Dan Murray, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. But it's funny as hell. Oh, man. Hey, we're going to get some burnouts. Maybe. Well, he's going to try to. Don't damage the car. Scared the quack out of that duck. I'll say he looks like a couple of the FedEx drivers I know the way he's driving out there. Anyways, here we go. Finishing order for tonight's race. If I can hit the right buttons, I'll show it to you. There we go. Sanders wins it by 12 seconds over Porcelli. Julian Alton finishes third. Robert Sadler and Cohen Evans, your top five. Sudik sixth. Hans Schlogel finishing seventh. Watch, he yells at me for not getting his name right. Oscar Fredrickson eighth, unfortunately. I didn't see what happened to the 12. Dakota DeMay ninth. And Sebastian Kinner gets a top 10 finish for him. Great job. Forsyth 11th. Matt Houston, Shane Cougar, Alex Van Desant. Geisler 15th. James Watson, Jim Herrick, Joseph Grjalva. AJ Musselman, Joe Harlman finishes 20th. Gary Gatto 21st. Christian Alejo 22nd. Lewis Woodall, Bart Fauerstein, and Cameron Bostain finishing in the... Oh, I'm getting your... You've probably told me that before, too, haven't you, Nick? I'm sorry, dude. So, Sudik. Not Sudik. Gotcha. My bad, man. All right, let's talk some drivers, shall we? Let's go in here to Discord and bring in our winner. As Gavin and I have gotten to know each other very well over talking over second place, but now all of a sudden it's the chat over first place a lot. I know a lot of action there in front of you, but you did what you needed to do. You kind of trailed right there, kind of in Alex's wake, and just kind of waited to see if he would make a mistake or whatever, but unfortunately it ends up being another driver's mistake that you take advantage of, and here you are all of a sudden, second win in the last four.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. I don't think that I think it would have been a really, really good fight with Alex and I. But yeah, shame that had to happen to him. He was easily the best car all night, and yeah, pretty gutted for him, to be completely honest. I know I wanted everything, but yeah, it was looking like it was going to be his win, and that really, really, really sucks. So sorry to him about that. It really is a shame, but yeah, the Velocity Online Racing crew did really good tonight. Really proud of our effort.
So what, if you're in a similar spot of Alex, so if you're flipped, so to say, does Alex get by you? Or do you feel like he was actually clearly faster, you were just holding on?
He had a lot of pace on the infield. I don't know. I kind of had limited practice with saving the tires and kind of knowing what to do, so... I think coming down to it, it probably would have been really close at the line just with how much draft. But I don't think we were getting there in the last few laps before that incident happened. We were kind of getting closer and closer to being side by side into one every time. And I think it would have been tight. But I think if it was if we were separated by 2 seconds, I think the pace would have been pretty even, or like a tenth towards him.
Now, obviously, you missed a race at Pocono, and of course you came back last week at Spa and got a second place finish. You've gotten 3 top 2s in the last 3 races at least as you go into the next race, which of course is the big one here at Indianapolis. I look at the point standings here. You're sitting 4th. You're about 50 points out. I mean, obviously after missing a race, do you think you still got a shot?
I wasn't expecting to still have a shot, but not complaining, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a decent chance going to Indy. I definitely am a little less strong on the ovals, but knowing this group, it's gonna be a tough end of the season. You're gonna have to drive super hard to make up any ground. 50 points is a lot, so you're gonna need a little bit of controversy or something happening. But clearly after tonight, there's a lot of that going around.
No kidding there. But, well, the great news is you might struggle on the ovals, but this track is a rectangle, so definitely not an oval. So we'll see what happens here next week. But shout out to whoever you like to.
Big shout out to Braden Motorsports. I was racing in real life today in their Camaro, so I really appreciate it to them. They come through for me on the quite often. Big shout out to Velocity Online Racing. They obviously do a great job, and it's a super warm group of teammates, and we've been kicking butt this year. Or this season, sorry. And Fat Bastard Burrito, Stilo, Alpine Stars, all the rest of them. You know the drill.
Absolutely. What track were you at today?
At Mosport at CTMP.
Nice. Got up there at Mosport,
Yeah.
rocking it up there in the. How was Moss Corner treating you?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. A little loose.
Nice job, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go. Gavin Sanders, winner tonight at Indianapolis, going up there and showing off on the old CTMP track. Nice job on his part. Let's bring up Porcelli, finishing in the second position here, as David did a great job tonight. Consistent. What the fastest car? I mean, you did compete with him for a little bit, but what was the difference between you and what you need to get up there with those guys?
It's a good question. They really just had it down today. They were nice and solid. I think the biggest difference was getting stuck, getting past into T1. I was on the red tires, and if I was going to take advantage of their pace, I think I needed to make a move for the lead, or at least just stick right behind P1. So yeah, I unfortunately didn't get to offset the wear that comes later in the stint with some faster outlaps. So the guys who started on blacks, when they came out of the pits, I'm sure they were near each other, but still they were both on reds at the same time, so they weren't interfering with each other's strategies. That was a tricky situation. And I don't think I was willing to make the risk of like forcing myself, all or nothing into turn one. So I bit the bullet. I knew I had pace to maybe run them down later in the race. It just didn't happen. They pulled a gap in the second stint. I had a little spin on the outlap on my cold tires, my first set of blacks. I think it was like lap 39. I lost about 8 seconds there. They finished 14 seconds ahead of me, so it's all on them. They really had some solid, pinnacle pace today. So hats off to them. It was a great race.
What was it about the cold tire? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, what was it about the cold tires? Because Alex had a similar issue on the Reds, turn one after his first stop. He went for a little Danny Sullivan ride in turn one.
Yeah, I think we're all still getting acclimated to the new tire model. I was totally taken for a loop with my spin at Spa just a few weeks ago. Had absolutely no expectation of even being on the edge there, and the thing just looped. So I think we're all still getting acclimated to it. And with the track evolving, the new tires are definitely more dangerous when they're cold. When they go over the limit of grip, they completely let go. And it seems like the new tire model does a better job of modeling sliding on cold tires. Because if you slide on cold tires in real life, it's just like you're on an ice rink. Your car will not come to a stop. So iRacing has done a better job of representing how dangerous cold tires can be. That being said, I think we're all a little spoiled to how they used to be in the sim, a little bit more predictable. So yeah, I think as time goes on, you'll see a little bit less and less of that.
Well, great job tonight, man. Happy for you. Good finish again for you. And shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, absolutely. First shout out. I don't know if it's appropriate to call it a shout out, but really sorry for what happened to Alex. He deserved this P2. He ran a phenomenal race. It's super unfortunate, and you never want to see that happen towards the end of a race. So my heart goes out to him. Shout outs to GPE. I want to thank Jason Camp specifically for rocking strategy and always, being in my ear through the race. I really appreciate that. And special thanks to my family. Brianna, I love you. Mom, Dad, thanks. Hi. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, parents. Great job tonight, and congratulations.
All right. Enjoy your night.
You too, buddy. David Porcelli finishing in the second position, and here's Julian. Sneaks his way up into a top 3 finish here at Indianapolis, and Julian, obviously, you started a little ways back. Try to see here, 7th position, and you get up here to 3rd, but it wasn't easy as you had to fight a lot. Sadler, your teammate there, you about threw the race away. Or was that Sadler? One of you guys tried to throw the race away off of onto the Holman Straight in mid-race or so, but it was still a hard-fought battle with you guys there for what ends up being a 3rd-place finish.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race to be honest. Robert was the one that almost spun on the back straight, so yeah, that was a bit scary even for me because I knew that we were gonna have a good team result today. But yeah, thankfully he kept it on the track, so that was good. Honestly, it was great to see Robert be this competitive. I don't mean to be rude here, but he really has stepped up his game from in the past. So it's good to have him on proper pace. He's right with us, so yeah, it's great. As for the race itself, from my side, it was actually more straightforward than it probably looked. Just keep the car on the track and you will probably be fine, because I knew that some people were going to make mistakes. Which Cohen actually, he lit up his tires quite a bit, so it was easy for me to eventually get by him through pit stops. So yeah, that was nice. I did. I'm not sure if I actually got Matt to speed into the pits by putting him under some pressure, or if the mistake was actually on like his own without me playing any part in that. But I like to think that's the case. So that was quite funny as well. But yeah, like I said, it was probably a little bit more straightforward than it looked from my side. So just really happy to take a podium. Of course, I got quite lucky with Alex dropping out towards the end there, but that's just how it goes. Also, Oscar had some bad luck with the black boxes, but yeah, these guys will bounce back for sure at the next road course at Watkins Glen.
Now, you also mentioned the tires a little bit and how Cohen was kind of cooking them at times. We rode with him a couple times and he got loose. What was it about the long run in the tire? It seemed like the fall off tonight, especially on the reds, were big time, but it was like the car was it seemed like edgy maybe towards the end of a run.
Yeah, so first of all, probably the biggest reason behind it is we actually have an identical setup for all the races now. There were some complaints about the setups earlier in the season, so we just decided to make one baseline suitable for all the tracks to make it drivable, let's say. But yeah, of course, the cambers, and I'm not a setup nerd at all. Isaac helped me build this one, but all the cambers and all the other stuff is not optimal for each track. So the tires will be falling off a little bit quicker. So maybe we'll have to look into cooling down the temperatures to kind of even that out on the tire compounds. But that's all for later. But the surface at this track also doesn't help too much. It's an old scan of the IMS road course and the track in general. So the tire degradation is always going to be high, much like probably all you NASCAR guys in your chat know it as Atlanta. It's quite similar to that actually. So the tires go off very quickly, and in my opinion, that makes the races interesting. If you can cool the temperatures down maybe here, then it will be even better because the fall off will be about equal. Maybe a little bit more towards the blacks like it was today, not as extreme, but yeah, we gotta try experiment with that a little bit. But the setup and the track surface played the biggest part in that tire falling off.
Well, you did a great job tonight, man. Congratulations, and shout out to whoever you like to.
Well, of course, thanks to you for broadcasting this every, depending on the schedule, every week, every other week, whatever it is.
But you guys decided to, when a week's off or not. I'm just gonna
that's why I wanted to throw that in there, just to kind of
I'm just going to show up, and you tell me when not to. How's that?
That's perfect. But yeah, obviously you for broadcasting, Matt for running the league with me, Isaac for sponsoring under Apex Age Coaching. Race first again with Matt, of course. They sponsored this race tonight, so I want to thank them as well. And of course all of Team VOR, Oscar, Gary, Gavin, Robert tonight as well. He's actually a Triple Crown driver, so he doesn't actually score points for today's race, but under the team banner anyway. But still, it's great to have him on board too, and all the guys at 5150, Kamigoy, and yeah, all the logos on the car. They're all, well, mostly Gavin's, so some of them are Gary's, but I want to thank them as well. And everybody for tuning into the stream and everybody racing today.
There you go, man. Well, nice job tonight. Congratulations. Go enjoy, and we will see you next week for a very fun and fifth running of the Indianapolis 300.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely, you too. Julian Halton there, the third place finisher tonight here from Indianapolis. So for those who are watching, hang out for a few minutes. I'm going to start up another stream here in a few minutes and get the running of the Talladega Xfinity race from the LSRL League. That was ran Tuesday night. We'll put the rerun on for that here in just a moment. So get ready for that. I'll be live calling the race, but just won't be live in the race, if that makes sense. Anyways, stick around for that. But again, next week it is Indianapolis, a broadcast that for the first time will actually be sponsored by Captain eSports Network. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And cannot wait for that coming up next week, the 5th running of the Indianapolis 300. And should be a lot of fun. So with that said, appreciate everybody watching this evening. I'm going to go get ready for the other broadcast, but congratulations to Gavin Sanders, who gets his 2nd career win here at the road course on the virtual Indianapolis Brickyard. And congrats to him as he continues to gain that momentum. As always, remember, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!